I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review, this time an objective in Laporte. This guy, of course, available, I think, for a week. I'm not sure. I didn't pay attention to how long he was there for. Just got it done, and here he is. A very good-looking card, extremely good for links. I mean, this guy is French, which is probably, as far as EA are concerned, the best nation in FIFA this year because they have so many special cards. Every SBC that comes out or objective that they drop seems to be a French player. And, of course, in the Premier League means you have links to some very nice cards. And with the Prem Team of the Season just a few days away now, you can assume that you'll get some decent links into some very nice cards. But with a backbone chem style on him and 10 chem, you're going to get a really nice boost here. I wouldn't be against using something like a shadow or an anchor. Just backbone was cheap, cheerful, and seemed to do the job. If you play a relatively deep line, the acceleration, sprint speed won't be an issue. I don't play like a super deep line. I think I like 3 or 4 pressure and heavy touch. I never play drop back because I just don't do it really. I just play pressure and heavy touch. 3 or 4 and seems to be enough. I didn't really see at any point, I didn't really think, oh God, Laporte is just too slow, you know? So it wasn't that big a deal to me to go out and put an anchor or a shadow on him. But if you do play a relatively high line, then just bear that in mind. With the backbone, are you ready for this? 99 slide tackle, 99 stand tackle, 99 defensive awareness, 93 heading, and 94 interceptions with some really good physical stats as well. 94 strength, 89 strength actually without a chem style. So still a very strong player, 6'2" as well. So he's got that presence about him. And 10 on the short passing up to 93 with 71 vision. Not that that is a stat that anyone is going to go, oh, I'll put a backbone on him because then we get 71 vision. That's going to help me out a lot. No, I don't think it will. I think, like I said, though, he does suit a more drop back style for the natural in games. Like if you got rid of the chem style altogether and you had a look at the card, he's an 88 rated centre back, which is a little bit lower than what his overall rating is, which is a bit of a shame. So theoretically should have been boosted a little bit more here or there. What does the pace actually... So he's up from an 88 rated Team of the Year nominee to this player moments, of course, and his pace has come up by 9 overall, which is pretty decent. Nothing else of note there though. I mean, 2 plus dribbling, 2 shooting, 1 passing, 2 defensive stats, and then 3 physical. Not a massive boost from the 88 to the 90. And that is so fascinating. And the review where I'm going to talk a little bit more about this is out tomorrow for Lucas Leiva, right? He goes from an 86 to an 88. And his stats have boosted from 8 or 9 across every single category. Whereas Laporte's gone from an 88 to a 90, so 2 in-form upgrade again. But apart from the pace, everything's up by 2 and 1. So really curious how EA do their overall ratings. How you can decide that this card should only go up by 1 or 2 here or there, but then Lucas goes up by 9 everywhere. It doesn't really make an awful lot of sense. With that being said, though, with the backbone, it does turn into a 94 rated centre-back. And with an anchor, turns into a 95 rated centre-back. So it depends whether you want that little boost of pace or whether you want that passing. It really depends on your sort of how deep you are and your play style, I guess. Do you play out from the back a lot? If you do, maybe the anchor could be the way forward. I'm not sure if there's another chem style. No, you really wouldn't really want a Guardian. Gladiator obviously boosts shot power and stuff. You don't really care about that. Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, either backbone, anchor, shadow, those are the only 3 that I would recommend. And like I said, I went with a backbone just because, you know, all round very good defensive boost and a decent little passing boost as well. In terms of what I liked about the card, his positioning is actually very good. So Like I said, 3 or 4 depth with pressure on heavy touch. The pace never really seemed to bother me too much, even when coming up against some really quick cards. So this guy has got a very, very good Mane, right? But Laporte equal to him. Takes him out, great slide tackle. Of course, that's 99. If you can time it just right, which, to be fair, with 99 slide tackle, you get a bigger tackle window, right? So what that means is he's capable of reaching the defender with the attacker with a slide tackle from a little bit further away. Maybe the angle's not quite good enough, etc. But because he's got such great defensive challenges and stats and 99 and things like that, he's more than capable of making challenges. That's kind of the way I look at it, really. It's not how good he is at tackling or how good he is at slide tackle or interceptions. It's the window of opportunity that he has. So if you go in for a block tackle, which is essentially a stand tackle, you're going to have a much bigger window of success when you go in for it. So when you press B, the further you are away, the higher the stat is, chances are you're still going to come out with the ball. And I don't think I've played with many centre-backs that have 99 for slide tackle, interceptions, stand tackle, and... Well, no, those are about it, really. Slide tackle, stand tackle, and interceptions. I don't think I've played with a defender that has 99 for all 3 of those. Laporte comes close, 99 for stand tackle, slide tackle, 94 for interceptions, so it's not too far away. But he's very capable. I mean, he's one of the better defenders that I've used. And you've got to bear in mind, some of the attackers we're coming up against, not in that instance, but St. Maximin's card, though, very good, very quick, very capable, very good dribbler of the ball, and he's still equal to him. Now, there were 1 or 2 instances where you were coming up against, or where I was coming up against, rather, players that were just unbelievably quick. So St. Maximin being one of them, but the likes of... Lozano off the bench and things like that, they definitely can cause problems with the pace. Like I did say that I didn't really find that there was too much trouble defending because of his pace. Like I never really got caught in behind. Only once or twice. So just bear it in mind if you're coming up against, and it's classic, but Ryan Kent, if you're coming up against that Europa League card, you are going to have problems regardless of which defender you have. You could have a 99 pace centre-back with a shadow on him and still have problems against those type of cards because they're built for getting in behind. You know, they've got the insane pace, agility, balance. You're just not going to find a centre-back that has 99 balance, agility, 99 acceleration, sprint speed, and who's like 5'7" with a high defensive work rate. That is the only thing, the only type of player who will be able to keep up with your Ryan Kents and such like that. So depending on how deep you are, is going to be determining, there we go, how successful you are with this card. English, by the way, not my first language. True story. So, all in all, what are we saying? To be fair, in terms of negatives, I mean, pace, we've already touched upon it, but apart from that work rate, I'm not convinced that there's anything really wrong with this card. I mean, yeah, okay, it would be nice if he had slightly better agility so that he was a little bit quicker on the jockey, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that he's the best defender I've ever used, but I'm also not gonna sit here and say that he's not capable of going in anybody's team. I think this guy is capable of fitting in maybe 90% of teams out there. You know, if you've got Maldini and maybe another, top-rated Rio Ferdinand or something like that, sure, maybe not good enough. But for a lot of people, this will be a card that you can fit into many teams. If you have a Van Dijk as well, obviously he's going to get a nice soft link to Van Dijk. You can maybe fit in some other decent French cards around him. The amount of SBC cards and objective cards that EA pop out that are French is just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, it would take you about, half an hour to list them all off. There are that many of them. You can build I think you can almost build a full 11 of French right-wing objective cards or SBC cards that they've brought out. That's how many they have. So, yeah, I think very, very good for links. Very good interception. Strength is second to none, especially with the chem style. Tackling, just all types of tackling. Interception, stand tackle, slide tackle in particular. I think I've won more slide tackles with Laporte than I have done with any other centre-back. I don't do them very often, but I don't remember an occasion where he didn't win one. Like, really, really good challenges. For a card that is essentially only going to cost you time and not coins or FIFA points or anything of that nature, I definitely think he's worth a pickup. I mean, okay, if he doesn't fit into any of your teams, sure, what's the point? I get it. Maybe a 90 rated card's put into an SBC, but he will fit into the majority of teams. Great links, great card, thoroughly enjoyed it. Top-end Class 2 player for sure. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Have you unlocked him? Do you think he's good? Do you think he's bad? Are you going to do it now that you've watched this and you've seen how much I get on with him? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed it, though, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.